Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about MBD Financials, aka MBD. So with that being said, let's just dive in and let's start off with the fact that you should never overinvest. You should never invest what you cannot afford to lose. Make sure that you are aware of the risk associated with this market. I'm here to talk to you guys about projects that I personally have done a ton of research on and that I do think could very well do very well in the upcoming major run-up in the market. So with that in mind, MBD Financials is a token and a project that I've been very vocal about in the Patreon. Going back to April 27th, I talked a little bit about MBD and why I do think that this could very well be a 100x opportunity in this market. At that time, the token didn't really have much volume. Fully diluted market cap was sitting at about roughly sub $400,000. Since then, it is up roughly 10x. And overall, on the recent run-up, it was about up 20x. So this investment did basically a 20x from the time in the Patreon. If we look at the all-time chart though, this thing is practically still at the bottom. And one thing that I will say about MBD Financials is that this is a higher risk token. Okay, there is utility here, but the problem is that a lot of these tokens, they, have not been around for a very long time. They're not, suitable in terms of the liquidity and things like that. But that does not mean that there is legitimate projects out there. Every single legitimate project in the space, in the top 10, top 15, top 20, they all had a rough start. Right? They all had to start somewhere. And when I look at MBD Financials, I do think that this token could very well be a major project in the upcoming, bull run and for the future ahead. So let's talk about why. So one thing that I've been looking at with MBD Financials is what they're actually doing. So here we have from April 15th, and we see introducing MBD, the revolutionary multi-vendor e-com marketplace. Within this, they did talk a little bit about this. It's an integrated multi-vendor e-com marketplace that will bring together buyers and sellers from all around the world to engage in seamless transactions using fiat and cryptocurrencies. Basically, if you will, a one-stop shop for NFTs, for e-com, things like that around crypto, making it as easy as possible for an on and off ramp to and from fiat and crypto. Our marketplace will offer a wide range of products and services for multi-vendors, all in one place. From NFTs to real-world assets, you will find everything you need on our platform. We take great care to ensure that our vendors are verified and meet our high standards of quality and professionalism. And before I do continue, I just want to make sure that you are all aware that this video is not paid for, sponsored, or anything like that. I have not gotten $1 from this team. I've talked to the team in the Telegram just like anybody else can. And from what I've seen around the team, they are relentless and they are focused on building. But nonetheless, we also do see MBD is designed to make crypto and NFT transactions easy and accessible for everyone. We accept a variety of payment options, including fiat and cryptocurrencies, to ensure that our customers can easily and securely transact on our platform. Our platform will offer advanced security features, including two-factor authentication and encryption, to ensure that your transactions are safe and secure. Our dedicated customer support team is available 24/7 to assist you with any issues you may encounter. We believe that MBD has the potential to revolutionize the e-commerce industry by providing a one-stop shop for all your shopping needs. Our platform offers a user-friendly interface and a seamless checkout experience that will make shopping on our platform a breeze. So yeah, I mean, this is absolutely great to see. I personally love to see things like this around the space that are kind of different than everything else that we see, right? Like on and off ramps to and from crypto, they're a dime a dozen. But when you actually mix an e-com and you're looking at, a place that you can buy things, sell things at all levels, right? It's not just NFTs. It's also, with real world assets, real estate, things like that, all in one shop. That's something that's very special to me. And this is not just it, right? Like there's a lot more here. And I even did tweet out over on Twitter. I said, this team continues to absolutely shine amongst the rest. I've watched MBD morph into something special over the past few months. I absolutely love relentless teams that continue to build in silence. And they really proved that to me. Like, listen, at first, this was a high risk investment. I even said that. Like, I even said it in this Patreon. Now, there's a lot more to this Patreon. I just screenshotted like the top piece. But there's a lot more to this. And I said that this is a higher risk investment. And it still is, right? Like, this is still a very high risk investment. It's just the fact that the team has proven themselves that they are here to build. They recently just launched this MBD Financials RWA platform, real world asset platform. You're all in one platform uniting all real world assets. Dive into the revolutionized world of next gen NFTs where luxury, art, real estate, and more converge. Come redefine the boundaries of asset investment with us. And remember, right, like tokenization of illiquid assets is projected to reach $16 trillion by 2030. So if we actually look at this, like this is a substantial opportunity here. And I do think that a lot of these smaller players like MBD, for an example, have the potential here and the opportunity ahead of them to really become giants in the world of tokenization and even in terms of e-com around tokenization. And we do see over here, this is the announcement around it. We can see the image. Pretty good, right? Like I actually think that this is a great UI. Obviously, this is like a demo piece, but this is something that's pretty substantial in my opinion, from what we're used to seeing around this space. But we have the introduction, right? In an ever-evolving digital landscape, MBD Financials is thrilled to announce its groundbreaking solution, the MBD RWA platform, uniting the world of luxury assets and cutting-edge blockchain technology. This innovative platform aims to revolutionize the way we invest and transact with tokenized assets. By leveraging next-generation non-fungible tokens, MBD Financials brings forth a unique marketplace that promises to deliver the most profitable annual percentage rates for investors worldwide. In this article, we will explore the features and benefits of the MBD RWA platform and its potential to redefine luxury asset investment. And here we have the paradigm shift in luxury asset investment. The platform marks a significant shift in how luxury assets are traditionally perceived and invested in. Gone are the days when investing in high-value assets was solely reserved for the wealthy elite. With tokenization, MBD Financials has paved the way for fractional ownership, allowing investors of all backgrounds to participate in this exciting market. Whether it's rare artwork, high-end real estate, classic cars, or other luxury items, the MBD RWA platform aggregates these tokenized assets into a single marketplace. And this is all through NFTs, which you guys are already aware of what NFTs actually are. And here we have enhancing profitability with APR. One of the key highlights of the MBD RWA platform is its commitment to delivering the most profitable APRs for investors. The platform's carefully curated selection of tokenized luxury assets and efficient market dynamics enables users to capitalize on their investments like never before. The APR percentage is a measure of the annual return on investment, and MBD Financials aims to maximize this figure by leveraging the potential of luxury assets in the global marketplace. And here we have global reach and accessibility. So in terms of accessibility and global reach, they want to break down the geographical barriers that are a part of, this space, right? Like in terms of buying luxury assets and, investing into them, there's a lot of barriers, right? And with this platform, they're no longer a concern for investors seeking exposure to luxury assets. By aggregating tokenized assets from across the world into a single marketplace, MBD Financials opens up new possibilities for diversified investment. Investors can access a plethora of luxury assets from different regions, thereby spreading risk and potentially enhancing their overall portfolio performance. And of course, seamless user experience, which is pretty straightforward, especially in terms of processing times and cost around crypto and stuff like that. And then they conclude it with, the overall idea of the platform and how they're eager to, launch this. And I think that this is going to be a great product offering. I love tokenization. You guys already know me. I personally love tokenization. I think it's going to be a huge innovation. Now, with that being said, let's talk about a few things that I don't like. I think that they really need a new website, if I'm being honest, especially around the Web3 scene. Listen, this is not me hating on the team or anything like that. I just think that, they are still an early on project, so their website is going to be a little bit rough. I personally just would love to have a much more professional looking website. That's a little bit easier on the eyes. But they do break down a few things around their offering with their marketplace, their 360 DeFi platform. They also have, the metaverse, the MBD governance token as well. A few of these things are still on the wait list. They're still, building out a few things. Like, for example, their 360 DeFi platform, it's still on the wait list. And the marketplace is already there, right? Like, this is their MBD Financials Boulevard. You can actually open this up over here. This is what it looks like. It's still pretty straightforward. I mean, I personally like this. It's not too bad at all from what I've seen around the NFT marketplace scene. And then they also have an AI studio. This is with Chat MBD. This is what it looks like. One thing that I will say, their pricing is a little, I mean, it's kind of on par with most out there in terms of like the yearly prices. Like, this is what the yearly prices would look like. It's not too bad, right? Like, it's not terrible, but I don't know if there's going to be much demand for that, if I'm going to be honest with you guys, but who knows? Maybe it will pick up some traction. But I do like that they are still expanding within their offering, especially with this new platform, with the RWA platform. I think that that's great. And it really does solidify the fact that they are going to continue to build out on solid things, especially, things that are desirable around the tokenized future, which I've been talking about for a while. And then also they do talk about AI. But I just, again, like their website's not horrible. I just wish that it was a little bit more professional, especially the, top page. And then they do have the team here, which I will break down here in a second. And they also have their roadmap. Currently speaking, we are on phase 4, and most of this is still in the process of being built out or possibly even launching here soon. Phase 5 is top tier centralized exchange listing, decentralized exchange listing, their DeFi protocol development, financial district real estate development, DeFi mobile application architecture and development, cross-chain wallet, decentralized exchange, fiat to crypto, real estate sale, and MBD reward/MBD gems. So again, they are in the process still building out some solid things. Their roadmap looks pretty solid. Now let's talk about a few other things as well. So they do have advisors. Most of the advisors are already labeled here, and you can look at their LinkedIn profiles. There's a few that are not doxed, as you guys do see. Like, for example, like here's Cardano, treasurer and former council member, Cardano Foundation, and then also even like the Bitra exchange. But then down here, we also see their dev teams. So their dev teams, you can't really, like they don't really have a doxed dev team, but there's most of their major team members, if you actually scroll down, are fully doxed, except for their founder and CEO. But that's it. I do like the rest of the team members. I just wish that their founder and CEO was fully doxed. It would give me a little bit more comfort. As you guys know me, I personally love when the team is fully doxed and transparent. But I looked at their recent endeavors. Nothing screams, hey, like this is great or anything like that. But hey, I'm putting a lot of risk on the table. I think that this is a project that could be very successful. Like I said, I've talked to the team, especially May from the team. She's very vocal in the Telegram, and she loves to give us, more transparent updates around what's happening, what they're doing, the moves that are being made. So I personally love to see that. And then the rest of the team, like I said, is fully doxed, and you can look at their overall backgrounds. But now let's talk about the overall price of the token. So like I said, in the 1 month time frame, it's up about 550%. If we go back to the lows at which we were accumulating in the Patreon, it's about roughly 2,000% up off the bottom to the top here. This was a little bit higher. Currently speaking right now, I think it's down by a couple 100% maybe. But if we look at the token right now, we're starting to have a little bit of a breach here. I would argue that the major resistance zone is like right around this zone here. So at almost 0.00009. And we are following a trend. And I even said in the Discord, like if we lose this trend line, then I would be concerned, because then we would ultimately have something like this where we trend to the bottom and back test a support zone. So personally speaking, as long as we do hold the trend line, I do think that this is bullish to have a big break of the resistance eventually, as we do kind of continue to, just, if you will, consolidate between the resistance and the trend line, waiting for a big break above it to continue the higher move. But for the most part, what I have been looking at with the token is getting back to some levels. One of the biggest levels right now is getting back to the February highs, because the February highs are still a significant area away. Like if we look at the resistance zone and we go to the top of those February candles, this is almost like an 8x from where we are at right now. And that's not even, talking about the lows that we were investing into. Like that's why I looked at this token and I'm just like, the team is still solid. The team is still, here talking, giving us updates, breaking a few things down. They're still building. So I was just like, you know what? Let me look into this project. And then I found out as well that if you look at the recent news, I don't know if they even have it here. I don't think that they do. But let me find it for you guys real quick. So I seen the announcement around LDA Capital basically giving them $10 million through a seed round, which I thought was pretty significant. And they were even mentioning the metaverse market and how it was expected to grow to about roughly $1.5 trillion by 2029. Which is a significant amount of growth. Like I said, like this is what I really kind of look at. I look at, what's happening here. Are they getting, money raised? And they did get money raised. And LDA Capital has been investing in a lot of projects, especially around this scene. So it's been something that I've been really focused on. And, with MBD, like the team, like I said, I joined the Telegram. I looked at what they were doing. From what I've seen, They're here to build. They're here to make noise. That's something that like I said, value a lot. It is still a high risk investment, like I said, but I'm betting big on MBD Financials being a big player. And, you know, even if we look at some of the market cap ranges, mainly I'm looking at like roughly $100 million market cap. At that point, we're sitting at about roughly 0.0025. I don't know if this is accurate, but basically a 30x from where we're at today. It could go much higher, right? I seen crazier things around this market. By the way, I'm going off the total supply as well. So I know that that's going to change a little bit, because if we had, I think like the circulating supply is sitting at about roughly 24 billion. So at a $100 million market cap, it could be significantly higher. Like I said, I'm going off the total supply because we don't actually have a full-on circulating supply here. I think the last time I seen it in the Telegram, it was like sitting at about like 12.4 billion circulating tokens, which I know to some people that might catch them off guard. Make sure that you are aware of the tokenomics around this project as well. But for the most part, like I said, if they can capitalize on what they are trying to build here, if they continue to build, if they continue to make noise, I do think that this could be a significant player, especially if they do get more listings around, you know, we're talking like tier 1 exchanges, right? Like if they have a tier 1 exchange listing, that could change the entire trajectory of this token. And so far they have been holding up. Make sure that you are focused on the trend line, on what's happening here, because, you know, if we do get a significant enough break above resistance, I do think that this is going to start to have a big breakout to the upside. I'm recording this a little bit earlier in the day, so when this does go live, the price action might change. We might get some more dips here in between the trend line and the resistance zone, but for the most part, I am expecting a big breakout on MBD Financials here soon. So with that being said, hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did enjoy the video, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As is up to you all. Have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are on this world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.